Hi viewers, welcome back to my channel. My name is Doris. If you're new here, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. If you're coming back, you know I love you, and continue watching, share this video. So today I just want to share with you a quick video. I'm sharing this video from a personal experience. So I see so many people in Dubai or in abroad living in staying in jobs that they hate, like a job that like you don't want to stay here in the next, like one day if you're given a choice you'll just run away. And I've seen people stay in such jobs for years and years and years. And guys, staying in a job you hate is like having like a boyfriend who hates you and keep beating you up or keep on abusing you emotionally or physically, and you're still staying with them, and you know like it's not good for your health. It's the same thing when you stay in a job that you hate. And I was in this job maybe a few years ago. I'm gonna tell you the story sometime later. But anyway, just a quick point. I was in a job that I really hated. Like I used to wake up and like I would only wake up 30 minutes before I go to work. I'll just wake up 30 minutes enough for me not to think about anything. And then I would go to work and just like, autopilot work just because I need to work. And then I would go home. And I really hated that job, and I really had a very bad self-esteem. And also I started getting very sick. Like every now and then I'll be having flus and cold because I'm not even able to eat well. I'm very depressed. I was very depressed. I had like pimples all over my face, and then I had depression. I didn't want to talk to anyone. I just wanted to stay in my bed or just stay in the house and not talk to anyone. And I didn't care. Like I was just working to earn money enough for me to go home and pay my bills, and that's it. But I'm talking from a personal experience. I've seen people like stuck here in jobs. It can be a very well-paying job. It can be a not well-paying job, but you're just staying there for some reasons. And today I want to share with you why people stay in jobs they hate and what you can do about it. So the first point why people stay in jobs they hate is because of financial obligations or responsibilities. Most of us have families, or at least me, I have a family that I'm taking care of. I have a son that I'm taking care of. I have my parents. And like the thought of me leaving a job the thought of me leaving a job and thinking like, where will I get money to be able to continue, like, paying my bills and also paying my son's school fees and all that, would keep me in a job that I hate. So most people stay in jobs they hate because of financial obligations, but there's a way that you can go around about it. One, you can see, there's no point for you to just earn money and then you just start getting sick. Even the people that you're supporting, at some point when you get sick, you'll not be of any help to them. So you need to start finding a solution, and just maybe you can ask your family to support you. If you have a supportive wife or husband or sisters, maybe you can tell them you want to quit this job that is really depressing you, and then they give you like 4 months or 5 months for them to pay the bills and support you while you look for something else. You can, like, personally, I usually, like, when it comes to a job that I really hate, sometimes I usually resign without another job. But don't do that. I'm not telling you to do that. But anyway, you can ask your family to support you. Or number two, you can start saving, like for maybe like 1 year. You save enough money, you sacrifice and save enough money to last you 6 months or 1 year, such that by the time you decide to resign, you already have 6 months emergency fund or 1 year. So when you leave that job, like, you're not even stressed about the bills. The bills are covered. Or another thing, you can start doing freelance. You can on your free time, you can start doing what you love, be something that you're passionate about, and you can start generating income. And if that freelance gives you enough money, eventually you can quit the job you hate, and then you can start you can start whatever you love doing. Or alternatively, what you can do is you can also start applying for other jobs. I know when you're in a place of a job you hate, the last thing you want to do is even apply for other jobs. But that's the time you need to have courage, and you need to be very aggressive in applying for jobs. And even if that job doesn't come, like, even if you're not getting interviews, just continue pushing on. I don't know which is worse, giving up or just pushing on and having faith something good is going to come up, or having faith that eventually I'll get a job no matter how long it takes. You can just start applying on LinkedIn. Don't give up. Even if it takes 1 year or 2 years, eventually something will come up. Like, personally, what I did is I just resigned. I resigned, and I remember I took a flight and went to Georgia, and I was so depressed. When I came back to Dubai, I was like, I do not know where to even start. But I started slowly looking for jobs. Like, I was just postponing it to looking for jobs, but I started looking for a job, and eventually I got something that I love. Yeah, so that's what we need to do. And then number two, why people stay in jobs that they hate is because of fear. This, I think this is the biggest, honestly. People fear so many things. Like, if I leave this job that I hate, it's giving me money, what will happen? Will I continue getting money? What will people think about me? What, maybe you've stayed for that job for 10 years, what will I do? This is the only skill that I know how to do. What, like, you know, you just have so many fears. Fear of the unknown, fear of not having enough money, fear of not getting something good, fear of what will happen if they leave these jobs. And fear is very selfish, but courage is selfless. And 20 years from now, you'd be thankful of the things that you did. You'd rather do something and fail than not do it at all. If you don't step out, you'll regret 20 years from now, or maybe 10 years from now, you regret. Maybe you'd rather have left that job and tried something else than have just stuck there. So just step out. I've resigned so many jobs. Whenever I feel like this is it, I usually like leave. And trust me, like, it's not that bad the way you think. Once you step out, other doors will start opening. When a door is closed, a new one is just going to open. So don't let fear hold you into something that you really don't like, or that really you hate so much. It's like leaving a boyfriend. Once the boyfriend dumps you, or you dump them, by the time 2 months, 3 months are gone, you've already gotten another one, and even a better one, and you'll be wondering, why did I even stay there for so long? So fear is one of the other things that keeps people in a job that they hate. So another reason that keeps people in jobs that they hate is, one, not knowing yourself. Like, you don't know who you are, of which I understand. When someone is younger, like when you're in your 20s, early 20s, like, you don't even know who you are, what you're meant to be. So I'll just give you a quick story. I did a BCom in finance, and honestly, there's nothing I hate like doing accounting and all those things. And for so many years, I was stuck doing banking and accounting. And I'm happy for all the accountants out there, but I just think banking is the worst job in the world, unless you're very passionate about it. But like, people admire, like, you know, banking and all that, but sometimes if it's not your passion, or if it's not what you are called to do, you find yourself stuck in a cubicle. You're earning the same money. Most of the bankers, by the time they're 60, the only thing they have is a house, because you don't even have time to go and do other businesses. You leave the work very late, and you're only depending on the bonus in December and maybe a salary raise of 5%. So for me, unless you're working in a banking position, in a corporate position, in head office, like if you're working in these retail banks, sometimes I find it very depressing. So I stayed in banking career for so long because I had done banking, and honestly, I was very depressed. I used to go home and wonder, I used to Google, will today be the same as tomorrow? And I was very depressed. I had like all these pimples. I had like, personally, I was just feeling like I hated my life. I really hated my life. But the reason I was staying there is because, one, people see bankers and they're very happy, and they say, oh, she's doing a very good job. And then number two, also, I didn't know myself. Like, there's so many ways of discovering who you are. You can just go Google personality types. So personally, I'm an outgoing person. Like, I hate staying in the office, and anything that will make me concentrate, like do much concentration, just bores me so much. So one, you need to know yourself, know your personality. Are you an outgoing person? Do you like details? Like, who are you? Personally, I don't like anything to do with admin. I don't like anything that needs me to concentrate too much. But I like anything that is marketing, anything that will make me travel from Dubai to anywhere else, anything that will make me, you know, just go from the office, go meet new people. That is what I love doing, and that's what I'm currently doing. So just study yourself. Ask your friends, what are you good at? They'll even tell you. Ask your family, what are you good at? And they will tell you. And then on that point, I talked about fear. I kept fearing, if I move from accounting or banking and do and do sales, then I was so afraid. You know, the way people look at salespeople, like, one, will I make enough money as a salesperson? Number two, like, I don't want to be calling people, oh, do you want to buy this? Do you want to buy this? So I had the fear of stepping out as a salesperson. But trust me, because this is the way I was wired, sales and marketing is my thing. It's the one thing that has given me the most money. Like, no accounting job would have given me what I earned. So once you step out into that thing and you stop fearing and you just embrace who you are, new opportunities will come in, and even your finances will go up. So do not fear. And then number two, know your personality type. If you're interested, I can send you a link on Instagram on personality types, where you're able to, you know, just do a test, a free test on what is your personality type. And from your personality type, there are all these careers. They usually suggest the careers that are going to fit your personality type. So that's another point.
Oh, they're so cute. They're so cute. Oh, keep quiet. What's your name? What's your name?